Hi guys, so another ammunition video. I'll start with something big and then continue with something silly, I guess. See if this is visible. I'm using my macro lens right now. As you can see, this is a big cartridge and it has a rim. So what can that be? It's a 55 Boys. Not sure if the head stamp is visible here, but it's stamped by K39WI. So the K is Kynoch. It's a chemical plant in England. And the 39 is the year, so it's 1939. And the WI was the British designation for armor piercing in the Second World War, or this is the Mark I armor piercing cartridge for the 55 Boys. So the reason for the rim, I believe, is so it won't be able to chamber in 50 BMG rifles. So that's a nice piece of history. I'd love a Boys anti-tank rifle to fire these from. So let's go to something contemporary and a bit silly. This is the CCI shot shell. So let's have a look at these. So basically what it is a shotgun shell for 22s. Is this visible? Let's see if we can get it in focus. Someplace right there. If you can see, it has this blue plastic bullet thing, and inside of that it's small pieces of pellets, lead pellets. So this is worthless for basically anything. This is mainly good for shooting snakes at a distance so that a knife would do the same job. So not very interesting. And which is perhaps a little bit more useful is the 38 Special 357 Magnum variant of shot shells. This is such a shallow depth of focus, so sorry if I have it out of focus. Anyway, so that's that variant. Probably equally worthless. Let's grab something old again. So, this is a really nice tin of ammunition. It's 380 and it's made in Gustav Genschoff Aktionengesellschaft Badische Munitionsfabrik Durchschlag. I'm slaughtering the German language now. Sorry for that, any German viewers. So that's how they look, rimmed 380 lead cartridge, and it's actually in quite good shape for being quite old. But I love the tin it comes in, very nice, beautiful, and it's held up very nicely compared to like paper tins, if you can call them that. Here, let's look at something fun. This is a Swedish old thing. 10 round ball shots for elk hunting, or 10 runda kulskott till älgjakt. Made in Uppsala by the Swedish gun wad manufacturer. So what is this? I have no idea actually what this is. I need to do some research. But I think you use these for reloading purposes or in some kind of black powder rifles, I guess. It's called Svenska Föreladdningsfabriken Uppsala. Let's see here. Increase the powder load after the thickness of the barrels and the strength of the powder. Use fine black powder. Yeah, it's for black powder shotgun rifles. So this is actually a black powder slug shotgun thing in like this cup. Here's one that's fallen out. So it's just a big ball basically, and you put it in this little cup. And then you fire it out to your black powder shotgun. Let's see if there's a date on this someplace here. No dates what I can see, but this was not made yesterday. Anyway, let's continue on. More German nice tins. Let's see if this is visible. Yeah. This is another German factory. Rhein-West Sprengstoff AG. Central Feuer Revolver Kugelpatronen. So central fired revolver bullet cartridges basically. And this is a 320, so a bit smaller than the 380 I guess. But this lead has oxidized in some way I guess, or if it's mold or whatever it is, it has these white dots on it. So not that exciting of ammunition, but really old-timey German revolver ammunition. Would be fun to have a gun for this and try it out sometime. So something a bit more contemporary. So what's this? It's 100 rimfire 22 Mark I tracer cartridges. So it's 22 tracers. I don't really remember where I got this, but it's manufactured by the Kinoch factories of Imperial Chemical Industries Limited Metals Division in Whitton, Birmingham, England. So English, vintage, 22 long rifle tracers, I guess. I'm not going to open this to try it because tracers are basically banned at every every range I go to, because who wants to set fire to the range? Also, it's very dangerous to set a fire on a range or smoke or fire tracers, especially indoors, because the powder, like the crap on my little mat here, it's powder everywhere on a shooting range, so you don't want to set that on fire. This is another very nice tin. State Express cigarettes. Yeah, this is not a tin for cartridges. So let's have a look inside this. So this is a mixed bag. I haven't looked up what it is. But you see that this cartridge has a small penis. It's not a penis. That's the firing pin. Once upon a time, there was something called pinfire revolvers. If you ever see a revolver that has a drum with like 50 cartridges supposed to go in it, that's a pinfire revolver with several barrels. It looks like a mini revolver Gatling gun thing. So the hammer strikes the firing pin that's integrated into the cartridge, and then it fires the cartridge. So I should have, here's just an empty casing of it. Let's have a look here. I have a very tiny pinfire cartridge here. Whoops. Let's see, is this visible? Yeah, well, barely. Oh, god damn it. I'm too. Well, this is another fun cartridge. If I remember correctly, this cartridge is either to a nail gun or to a slaughter mask to kill cows. But I think they have bigger things for that. I'm not sure, but I believe it's that. It's a tiny, tiny rimmed cartridge. Let's see if I can show this. Is it visible now? Yeah, you can see the small firing pin there. It's tiny. And this is this silly cartridge with a bullet seated deep inside of it. It's for the Nagant revolver. Some of you might have seen that. It's the only gas-sealed revolver. So this cartridge, when it's in the cylinder, when you fire, it jumps forward and makes a gas seal with a barrel. That's the only revolver that does this. And that means that the Nagant revolver is the only revolver you can reliably suppress, because the cylinder gap will make it so that you cannot suppress any revolver because of the gas leak between the cylinder and the barrel. So each time in an old-timey movie or any other movie you see a suppressed revolver that's not a Nagant revolver, it's total bullshit. Anyway, the Nagant revolver is also famous for having the worst trigger pull of basically any firearm ever. So don't spend your money suppressing a Nagant revolver unless you're a silly person like me. So let's go to the other big cartridge. Let's see if I can fit this in the frame. Yeah. So what's this? One of my most popular videos on YouTube is me and my friends firing the KPV heavy machine gun, the Russian KPV heavy machine gun. So this is what we fire. This is a rusty old example that I bought at a military fair, or Sweden's answer to a gun show. And it's an armor-piercing incendiary round. And if you look at the bottom, you can see 2 stars and 17 and an E. I'm not sure what the E stands for. Usually that's the year of manufacture. But the 17 stands for the factory it's produced in, and 17 is the Barnaul factory. So this was produced in the Barnaul factory sometime, I guess. It's a big hunk of cartridge, and believe me when I say that this is really, really fun to fire out to a belt-fed machine gun. I'm going back to Slovakia to fire machine guns again in 2017 in May, so look forward to a lot of machine gun videos coming out of that. Okay, so that's all for this time. Have a nice day, everyone.